Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So guys, today in this video we are actually going to look into price action of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, daily time frame, and also 4-hour time frame. So we are actually going to start with this analysis, this here being a Wyckoff distribution phase, and we have already talked about this. Price headed to the upside and then we got a leg to the downside. And again, right now what is unfolding is also a falling wedge, and this falling wedge, according to this Wyckoff analysis, is also indicating we might see a leg to the upside and then a pullback, indicating hey, this is the end of this distribution phase and new trend is about to begin. So this is what Wyckoff distribution is showing us right now according to this analysis. And also we can notice that the price is also forming this really nice falling wedge. But if there is a possibility for price to get a pullback to the downside to complete this Wyckoff distribution phase, is there any other analysis that can actually give us some more confirmation? I will show you another scenario, guys. So if we look at this scenario here, this here is Bitcoin USD chart in a daily time frame, right? So according to this Wyckoff, there is a possibility for price to get a one more leg to the downside and starting a new trend to the upside. So if we look at this scenario here, this is also Bitcoin USD chart in a daily time frame. Now let's start with this vertical line. Okay, this all vertical line, what you can see here to the downside, you can see that was the last candle of the month. So you can see here 31st of March, 30th of April, 31st of May, 30th of June, 31st of July, and 31st of August, right? And these horizontal lines, those are the monthly candle close level. So what I'm actually trying to show you here, I know I have already talked about this, but the reason I came back to this analysis, guys, is because right now the price, the way the price is moving here is very, very important to get the image what might be actually unfolding for Bitcoin. Because I showed you with the previous example of Wyckoff, there might be a possibility of price to get one more leg to the downside and then start a new trend to the upside. So according to this analysis, this is a very, very important scenario to understand, guys, because this monthly candle close level always acted as a very, very strong support when the trend was to the upside and acted as a resistance when the price was below this monthly candle close level. What I mean by that, you can see here, this was the last month. You can see to the downside, it's 31st of March, right? The candle closed exactly at that level. So we drew a line there, and you can see when the trend started heading to the upside, it came back to retest this monthly candle close level, found a support, and then started a new trend to the upside. Similarly, when the price actually came to this monthly candle close level, you can see here, guys, this was the monthly candle close level, right? So if you draw a trend line there, and you will notice that this here, after this break to the upside, price came to retest this level again. So you can see here, this monthly candle close level is very, very important to support the price level if it's going to continue to the upside. And when the trend actually broke to the downside, we got a bearish candle. You can see this is in a daily time frame, right? When the price actually went below this monthly candle close level, guys, we saw this bearish candle, and after that this monthly candle close level acted as a strong resistance and it didn't let price to go above it. So similarly, we had a fake out here, price after that came back to the lower line area, and now you can see when the trend was below this monthly candle close level, it started heading in a sideways direction. And also when we started a new month, the candle close for the June was here exactly at this level, and when you draw a trend line from that level, guys, you will notice that now between this line the price was consolidating, and you can see that very clearly, right? But when we got this opportunity to break to the upside, you will notice that this rejection what we got here, also this rejection, guys, this resistance line, when after breaking to the upside, acted as a support here, you can see it, and then price also got a really nice run to the upside. So why I'm showing you this is because if you look at this scenario right now for Bitcoin, this here was the monthly candle close for the July. I drew a line there, and you will notice that this line also has been respected time and again, and price after reaching that level has found strong support. And here for the September month, guys, this monthly candle close level is here. When the price actually broke to the downside, we had this really, really bearish candle, and you will notice that price came around this monthly candle close level from July. It found a support, but it failed, and again we had this another leg down phase. So now you can see if the Wyckoff scenario is going to pan out, this here is indicating around this 9,450 and 9,550 level, we have a strong support for Bitcoin. So if the Wyckoff scenario is going to pan out, the price is going to stop around this 9,500 to 9,450 area. And after that, we are going to look for a really nice long opportunity, guys. And also one thing, guys, one very important thing, is there also a possibility for price to actually consolidate at this area and then continue to the upside without touching the lower line area? Absolutely yes. And why? Because you can see here, if the price actually consolidates around this area just like here and follow this parallel channel, guys, this could also be an indication, hey, now the whole distribution phase is ending, and this here to the downside, if the price actually starts heading in this manner here, guys, right, this will indicate that now this is a accumulation phase, and after accumulation phase we will see another mark of phase. Guys, this is also one thing you should understand. But how to find that, how to find if the price is going to move in a sideway or if it's going to break to the downside? Right now, if you look at this here, this could be a falling wedge, and according to this falling wedge and this Wyckoff distribution method, there is a possibility for price to hit to the downside. But when you see that price is not making lower lows anymore, I mean here to the downside, the price is not making lower lows anymore and it's actually consolidating and moving to the upside, then that could be an alarming indication that, hey, now this distribution phase is over and this is going to be a Wyckoff's accumulation phase. So let's suppose the price of Bitcoin is not going to make lower lows, but it starts consolidating at this area. What is going to happen? I'm actually going to show you this scenario here as well, guys. So if you look at this scenario here, this is a Wyckoff's accumulation phase, right? According to this analysis, I told you to focus at this area, right? So we said if the price is going to head in a sideways direction, this is what I am talking about, guys. If this, you can see here, we call that this phase here the Wyckoff distribution. But if we look at this here to the downside, if the price of Bitcoin is now going to hold this level and hit in a sideways direction, this could also indicate that, hey, now we can also be forming this accumulation phase. So what you have to understand is that the price should not break this spring level, which is going to be around this 9,800 level. So unless that the price is going to continue in this manner, then you have to understand this is a accumulation phase, and this after this accumulation phase we can see leg to the upside, guys. So this is one very interesting scenario which I actually wanted to add in this previous example. And also, guys, this is Bitcoin USD chart in a weekly time frame. So if you look at this scenario here, this is showing us right now, if you focus on this particular area, that, hey, price after breaking this key level area, this yellow line, that was a key level of resistance, because price failed to break here, price also failed to break here, right? And also here, after reaching that area, we got a rejection. But when we broke this area, price in an uptrend after breaking the key level of resistance usually comes back to retest this area and then move upwards, guys. This is a scenario. To prove that statement, guys, I'm also going to show you another interesting example. Okay, so if you look at this scenario here, this is Bitcoin USD chart in a weekly time frame, and you can notice that price, when in an uptrend or when the price is in a downtrend, you can see that very clearly, right? So let's focus when the trend is heading to the upside. Okay, so let's just start with this simple example here. So when you notice that the price is heading to the upside, or when you break this key level of structure, because you can see it, this was a clear downtrend, but when this price actually broke this level, the previous high level, it gave us indication maybe now trend might be heading to the upside, right? So you can see here, if we draw a trend line here, guys, you will notice that this level here, after trend breaking above it, it came back to retest this level, found support, and then started continue to the upside. And you can see this is not just the first time, guys. Similar scenario also unfolded. The price broke this trend line, this key level of resistance, and then came back to retest this area and the found support and headed to the upside. And this has been actually unfolded time and again in an upward trend. So you can see here this similar scenario here as well, guys. This is what I'm actually trying to show. In an uptrend, when the market is heading to the upside, price usually after breaking the key level of resistance or key level line, it comes back to retest this level and then move further to the upside. And this is exactly what we are seeing it right now, because also if you look at this scenario here, this is also pointing out that the price of Bitcoin, the trend is also clearly heading to the upside. But now this pullback here, this could be another scenario just like with this what I actually showed you. This means in an uptrend, price getting pulled back to retest this key level area is not a bearish scenario. That's what I'm actually trying to show you here, because in an uptrend this could be a retesting of this key level structure and then continue again to the upside, guys. So as you can see, in a weekly time frame, the price of Bitcoin is still very bullish. And if you want to look this in a different scenario, no problem, because you can see here as well this peak here, the swing high from 2013, guys. And when we look at this scenario, this 2016 bull run, and also at this scenario with Bitcoin right now where we are, this is also showing us that, hey, this similarity here, and if you focus on this particular area and also this particular area, this is similar price scenario. I mean this similar fractal, because you can see here after breaking this trend line, price clearly followed this rising trend line, found support at this level, and then continued to the upside. And where we are, this is a similar scenario, guys. So this is also pointing out, you know, this here was a black swan event, so that's why we are ignoring this on the chart, right? So but if you look at this price structure here movement, you will clearly notice also the price is now finding support at this rising trend line, which is also giving us an indication, hey, this here, and look at this here, this in a bigger space looks very bullish, and it's also giving us an indication, hey, you should not worry regarding the smaller price correction at the smaller time frame. Look things into bigger time frame, because I always say bigger time frame is more accurate and less noise involved in it. So that's why, guys. So this is what I actually wanted to share with you in today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell if you're watching this for the first time, guys. So by saying this, I'm signing off. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.